It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Wow, we got to fix that color and to focus the camera, please.
What's wrong with the color and the focus?
Really?
I can't see the TV
Because we're
signals.
orange.
That's all right. I was on the beach today, and I took a
What
little
happened to
sun.
the camera? I guess we didn't set cameras before we sat down.
I think that there was a update on Microsoft or whatever, and everything is off kilter.
Can you guys change our color, please, from the screen?
Who's on the board? Schneider. Every time I hear the word Schneider, he reminds me of the
One Day at
Charlie
a Time?
Brown. Charlie Brown.
Oh, really? Schroeder?
Schroeder, Schneider, tomato, tomato.
I don't know. Every time you guys say pushing out, I think of having a baby, so that's a whole nother thing. Thank you. That's
You know,
better.
I would say something, but I'm not. I'm gonna be nice.
You're going to be nice? Anyway, happy Thursday to you. Getting ready for the holiday season?
But that was a quick 360 change.
Yeah.
Listen, I have all the kids out here because each one of them has a segment they're working on.
Very nice.
So we're going to do the interviews first and get that out the way. And then the kids are going to talk about different things. We're probably going to do some of the in and outs in between.
I think in between, because then we have Claire Guyette. She's joining us at 1 o'clock talking about Medicare Claire.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were doing that.
Open enrollment ends Saturday.
I didn't get the memo.
It's important to get all your ducks in a row, as they say. Get all your insurance information, everything put together, and Claire can help you do that.
As
Open
a matter of
enrollment
fact,
ends on Saturday.
I'm waiting for a proposal from her. So if she's on, I'm going to say, what's my proposal?
Exactly. So
All
just
right,
talk to her.
so let's go around the room real quick just to see what it is that is coming their way.
Okay. I'm
Shall we
going to
do
let
that?
you do this because I don't know what you've put together.
Let's start with Adam Ant over there,
Anthony?
Mr. Anthony. Adam Ant.
He wouldn't know who that
Singer.
is. He was a singer back in the day.
Okay. Goody
You look
two
just
shoes.
like him.
Do I?
Yes.
I shaved my mustache a little
No,
bit.
don't do that. Then you won't look
I
like him.
trimmed it. I had to trim it.
He used to dance kind of funky, didn't he? Do this
Yeah,
like
Goody
the-
Two Shoes was one of his songs.
I don't remember that. That's not the real
All
fruit.
right,
The
so
reference is the way
Anthony
he looks.
is our journalism
Yeah.
producer in the studio. He works on our newsletter and sends out all this great content.
Yep, I do a lot of their writing, and today Freddie asked me to speak on the potential impacts the new administration could have on college students. So I have a little stuff to say on that.
Excellent. So we're gonna have that. And then who do you have next to you, but none less than the pirate himself?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm just doing trips and local events, stuff that's happening in our local area.
He's gone a mic.
He has to turn it on.
Is your mic on, Mike? Yep. Okay, just stop waving it around. That's what they're telling me.
All right. Yeah. So
There's not
sorry,
a
I'm a
baton.
little overzealous today.
Now, Mike, you're going to be going next Friday somewhere up north, right?
Well, no. There's a 80s themed fantasy dance at a nightclub in West Palm Beach called Respectable Street, but it's all going to be catered to all the 80s dark fantasy films of that era. And it's going to be a costume event, and then the day after that, I'm driving 3 hours to Orlando to go to the Orlando Renaissance Fair.
It's a busy weekend for you.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those events would send me into a panic attack of anxiety for too many people. So that's amazing that you enjoy that.
I do. I really enjoy that.
All right, but don't give it all away.
I'm
Anxiety.
not giving anything away. I'm just saying for me to be around all those people, not once, but back-to-back days, be like, "No."
That's the only thing that triggers your anxiety is people? Mm-hmm.
Well, if you've been going to Disney since you're 8 years old, you get used to it.
Yes. He has he runs up there and he stands still. He's like part of the museum. Let's go to camera 4. Let's go to Poindexter. Poindexter, what do you got for us today?
Hey I'm Poindexter, and I'm going to be reviewing movies in a little bit.
What's your real name?
Ryan.
Actually, Ryan graduates today, right? You're done.
Yeah, this is my last day.
That's his last day, and well, not your last day because you're coming next Friday.
Yeah.
And maybe we get Ryan to come in during the week, and he can do some movie stuff with us and all that. He also wants to write a book. He's actually looking for somebody to help him write a book. We're going to talk to Frank, self-publishing. He has a book that he can actually put out. It's already finished, right? It just has to be synchronized.
Well, yeah, I have a bunch of stories, but like I would have to write something completely original first, which I already have an idea of, but yeah.
Well, you copy somebody's work?
What's with this hair?
Wow. What is it with your hair?
I don't know. It's looking all kinds of.
It's
funky.
in my coffee, I can tell you that. And you know, there is no frick without a frack. And the other guy that's graduating is the other side of midnight over here.
Yep, that's me. I'm Abdullah, and it is true that I am indeed graduating on the 13th. However, I'm still probably gonna stick around until I find a job. And my dad has been telling me go look for a job. Yeah, which I have not done yet. So yeah, I'm still probably gonna be here for even after graduation for a couple more weeks. So yeah, if you like my presence, then
If you want to hire him,
Congrats.
Abdullah, yes, we like your presence, Abdullah.
yeah,
So we call you Abdullah, but it's Abdullah?
yeah, it's Abdullah.
How come you never told anyone for 10 months?
Because
Because Randy calls everyone the wrong name anyway, so
yeah, and
so wait a minute. His name is not Abdullah.
it's
Yeah.
So I
Abdullah.
finally get a name right and it's wrong?
It's not a do, it's a duh.
It's Abdullah. Yes, yeah, we have like letters
a
that
duh.
in
It's
It's like
Arabic
a
language.
duh, Abdullah.
I duh you.
The things that amaze us and amuse us in the studio.
And the other one here, where's your mic? You walking around without a mic.
Dr. Scary never has a
Dr.
mic.
Scary says last day today as well. Maybe.
Go behind his head, maybe.
Yeah, you might have to.
So Dr. Scary is, I got a couple of curveballs for him. We're going to be playing some elements and stuff. Actually, Jay's the one that covered you because she understands my English. Yeah, look at that grin on his face. But we wish him the best of luck as well. We're trying to keep him, trying everything in our power. Even Dawn created a situation to see if they'll take it and see what happens. So
I had to tell you,
it may
they're
work.
thinking it through. Like,
may
it's
work.
a potential possibility. So all different. What do you always tell me? There's different ways to skin a cat. I wouldn't want to skin a cat, but different ways to get things done. Whoever
never
came
say
up with
skin.
that phrase, by the
I
way?
said eat a cat, not skin a cat.
No, that's the elephant. You tell me.
Has no F.
Anyway, a lot of good stuff happening. We've got Dr. Nancy joining us. I see she's got an apple and a spine. So we'll see what she's
She's
going
going to talk about how to chew your food.
see what she's going to be talking
And I'm
about.
glad that you're here because these guys, they don't chew, they swallow.
It's really important.
Yeah, they got to learn that lesson.
And Debbie Nackby's here. Is she joining us, or is she just going to be?
No, she's joining us.
watching?
She's going to be doing the
Okay.
good mood segment.
We haven't seen her in a long time since COVID.
Now we have some good news that is piped into this studio. We use it on the board. Jay uses it, Josh, G-Man, on Jeff's board, and we are actually going to play a piece of good news before she goes on. I got all sorts of trickies.
I see that. Very
got
cool.
a tricky.
Very, very nice.
And do we decide what plaque you're going to put over the TV or not yet?
The one that you're going to do.
I'm doing it? Well, I guess we got it. Okay.
The one you did.
I got 3.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, get everything situated, go into our first segment. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Like and subscribe to the cafe as well as Ant Media Productions. And join us, please, next Friday night or anytime live in studio. We have our first holiday fundraiser event here. Yes, Friday the 13th at 5:30. It's Friday night. cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, meet and greet our crew, have some fun. We've got some music, some raffles, win a free cruise, see a live artist. MG Stout is going to be here creating a painting for auction that's going to be right here specialized for the cafe. So a lot of cool stuff happening next Friday, so please come out and join the fun. Tickets are free. Just come on out and support the foundation.
We just like to know how many people are going to be in the house. And there's a few other people. All the kids that are going to be here will be offering the things that they do. I forgot to mention, we have a new IT segment.
Is he here?
Both of them are here.
Ah,
You got a whole new, we got web pages coming out, all sorts of stuff. They're going to come out, they're going to share that with us as
All right,
well.
so we got a lot to do. All right, we're going to take a quick break, then more to come, and we'll be right back.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-920-3819.
Frank A. Ruffolo, a renowned author and screenwriter known for his books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest, Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website, frankaruffolo.com, for more info or purchase his books on Amazon.
Amp Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
Amp Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies Station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
By example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
Artist Loft.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Amp Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Dying comfort.
That's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, we're going to start where? Where are we starting today?
We're going to start with Dr. Nance, but I just got off the phone with Dan Cerna, our tattoo artist, and he is donating a $200 tattoo to the fundraiser.
Can I get it on my forehead?
I don't think you and I are eligible to win unless we buy it, unless we auction it, but kind of cool, right?
So how do you win a tattoo?
Well, I have to figure out whether we're doing silent auctions or we're doing raffles. So some will be silent auctions, some will be raffles.
So what if Poindexter wins? He gets the tattoo?
If he bids on the tattoo, then yeah.
Really? Can you imagine you with a tattoo?
To be honest, I can't imagine.
Do you know
and the crowd goes wild.
My kids decided what I should get. This was the
What?
conversation over Thanksgiving.
What?
A wand on my finger.
What
so
finger?
when I go like this, the magic is within, and then I don't need this
I'm
anymore.
going to tell you something. I could give you another finger for another type
I
of
know
wand.
you can put your finger, but
I
my
know
finger
why.
would be right there.
That's not... That's,
So he's like, "That's really cool."
no, I don't think so.
So that was what they decided. My family has
That's
come
what you're gonna
together,
do?
and they've come together for my first tattoo. Yes.
No, get something nicer than a finger.
All right, we'll get something in. Anyway, all right, so we've got Dr. Nancy Powers joining us. I guess it's the power of chewing your food.
Is that what we're doing?
Freddie tried that once.
We're
to liquefy
talking
his
about health. Oh, good. We're talking about how to slay during the holidays with your health and happiness. These are simple tips. So it's after Thanksgiving, the first time we're recording this. So a lot of people are coming back feeling that their waistbands are a little bit tight. But for your next holiday event, I'm going to tell you what you can do to help your metabolism and help you feel better even after a big meal. Most people don't realize this, but it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat it. That means everyone's talking about carbs, reducing carbs, keto, intermittent fasting. But one thing you can do when you're at a family table or a gathering of any time and you want to have a cracker, a piece of potato, some rice, something that is carbohydrates, is make sure that you do chew, because the more you chew, the better it metabolizes. Why? Because the saliva in your mouth has an enzyme called ptyalin. It's salivary amylase. And the salivary amylase mixes with the saliva and helps you digest your food. Break it down like tiny little scissors in your mouth. So the more you chew, the more you break down the molecules of the carbohydrates, which makes it easier to digest. Now, if you eat too fast, like most people do, you shovel it down and you miss that important assimilation of the nutrients and breaking down the carbs so they don't stick to you as much. Because the second place that carbohydrates are digested is in the lower intestine, and that is the pancreatic amylase. So if you don't get a good chew while it's in your mouth, you have to go all the way down. So all the way down, the molecules can get stuck, and it leads to bloating, and it leads to, if you have issues with digestion. So this is something that you can do immediately and quickly, and it doesn't cost anything. And it's also really important. So how do you know when you've chewed too much or when you've not chewed enough? What you do is when you have a cracker, when you chew the cracker, when you know it's digested properly, when it starts to change flavor, it will get slightly sweeter, and then you swallow. So be really mindful of what you put in your mouth and how much you chew. Also, make sure that when you are eating, you also drink water, because you want to flush everything out, and it will make you feel better. Where am I looking? Here? Okay. It will make you digest your food better. So that's really important. Another thing that you can do is make sure and take your time. Don't rush when you eat. Don't shovel it down. It makes a huge difference in your digestion. So what can you eat to make healthier choices? What you want to do is make healthier choices by eating something like, when they say an apple a day, they're not kidding. Apples are really important for your wellness and well-being, and it will keep the doctor away. They're showing studies that apples contain fisetin, which is a phytochemical which helps prevent Alzheimer's. So you will actually remember what you've eaten and be able to enjoy your mental well-being for many more years to come. It also has quercetin in it, which is an anti-inflammatory, and it also helps your bone strength. So making healthy choices. But no matter what, if you're at the table and there's French fries and you want them, you should enjoy a couple, okay? But be mindful and make sure that you chew. It makes a big difference.
Doc, does the saliva in your mouth, is everybody have the same saliva, or is it more, does it change with people?
That's a great question. There's pH balance. Some people are more acidic and some people are more alkaline. If a person is more acidic, they can be prone to different health issues. And that's really important, because you want to have a neutral base so it's not too acidic, because that leads to issues with cancers. It's acidic blood and acidic. And also alkaline helps your bones. So that's something that you really want to be careful with. The other thing is you need to drink water, because we're faced with so many chemicals of every kind. And first thing in the morning when you wake up, you should drink before anything. When you get up in the morning, you should drink water, okay? Flush out the evening and make sure that you keep drinking throughout the day. It makes a huge difference.
Okay, let me ask you, I've started this new intermittent fasting situation.
Yes.
Which I'm okay. Yesterday was not a good day. Yesterday was day 2.
Cranky
day 3,
crackers.
Today I'm better. Yesterday
yeah.
I had a really bad headache, but and I'm on more electrolytes, so that's helping today. Lemon water and apple cider vinegar kills my stomach. So they promote it, but yet not everyone can tolerate everything.
Absolutely. I would eat a cucumber.
Oh, okay, that I could
I
do.
would have a cucumber, because cucumbers are extremely alkaline. And just do what you can, because ultimately it's your particular specific biochemistry, and you want to maintain your personal wellness. So I really think a cucumber, or even if you had something like fennel, fennel's the best. Fennel helps balance your blood sugar.
Where does
naturally.
fennel? I mean, I know what it is,
So
but why does
it's
it
really
come
good.
in?
It looks like I like to bring vegetables and fruits. It looks like a celery, but it's more round at the bottom. It has a slight taste of licorice. It's really delicious if you put oil and vinegar on it, especially. And that's really helpful. It helps to detoxify the blood.
Do you eat the bulb, or you eat?
Slice it real thin with a mandolin. You can cook it or eat it raw. It's really good. And it helps your blood tremendously. That's what they used to use back in the day for all of the nutrition. It wasn't from pills. It was from actual food products.
Yeah, the apple cider vinegar, forget it. The lemon, for me, isn't working either. So.
Well, the lemon by itself would be a little bit easier, because apple cider vinegar is no joke. Right.
Wait a minute. You're taking lemon in water.
And apple cider vinegar.
But
in
maybe
water?
just have lemon and water with some ice.
Could do that.
That's too. That's you know.
Make
you're
it
not,
cold.
My body is not built
she's
for
not
all
even,
of the
She's not even
detoxifying.
5 feet. So a shot of
But it's a
of-
big deal. It sends
a shot
puts
of
a lot
vinegar on
It's
that body
powerful.
is
Yes.
too strong. You know, the thing with
It
Dawn,
burns.
the thing with Dawn is that she always overdoes what they tell. If you tell her to have this bulb, she's not going to eat anything else in life but this bulb.
Well,
That's
The
it.
cucumber.
If you
And a
want to eat the
cucumber.
healthiest thing, you get, we were talking about celery before, or fennel, and you eat that with sardines. If you like sardines, which if you put a lot of lemon on them, they happen to be really good. And that is just the healthiest thing because the sardines have all the healthy fats, which is what you want to do.
I don't mind the sardines. It's the bones in them.
Well,
that I'm
then
not
you
a
get
fan of.
skinless and boneless and olive oil. I don't like the bones either. I'm
Okay.
supposed to, but I
But
don't.
it doesn't mean that that's the only thing. You see, what
You saw me eat lunch yesterday, though.
You are like very cranky.
had
First
a
of all, you
headache
should
all
not
day.
fast. Second of all, I don't know why you're fasting. It must be for something else. Okay, we'll get to that later. But you always exaggerate. So if they tell you to drink water, you decide to drink the Mississippi.
That's why she has gorgeous skin. Now, the other thing you can do is take something called chromium picolinate. Okay, and we can spell it out. It's chromium picolinate. Chromium picolinate balances out your blood sugar. And it's really amazing for people who are dealing with issues of alcohol and want to stop drinking or want to prevent a hangover. If they don't want to stop drinking, they just want to feel better. You want to take something called chromium picolinate. It balances out your blood sugar. And it's that imbalance of blood sugar which makes a person feel hangry, which is what you're talking about, when you feel cranky because your brain is not getting the nutrition that it needs and it's sort of starting to freak out. And maybe actions are taken which, wouldn't be taken if your brain wasn't so cranky. So it's not you. It's your blood sugar.
Yeah, day 2 yesterday was day 2. I was like, oh my gosh.
I'm going to tell you, I can't live through your fasting.
Today I woke
just
up
cannot.
and they told me to start with electrolytes. So first thing this morning was water and electrolytes
And
before
drink Fiji
my coffee.
water, especially. Fiji water has the highest
But the problem
electrolytes.
is that the person that she's following it on a screen. It's not
Okay.
like they're in front of you.
So it's not
They
by
don't
a person.
understand.
No, I spoke to her last night.
Well, yeah, you did when your head was going to explode because you had
It was
migraines.
gonna explode
But
yesterday.
we went through this migraine thing. We
Right.
finally stopped getting the migraines,
Right.
and then she goes to this deal, and she's putting her body in shock. And what I try to explain to them, I do intermittent fasting, but I've been doing it for a long time. At the beginning, I wanted to punch somebody in the head all the time because I was
your
angry.
blood, it wasn't you, it was your blood sugar.
Exactly. Now, there is a combination, this is what I wanted to talk to you
Yes.
about, that you can take certain things, that you could take a piece of apple,
Right.
and you take this, and that whole combination
better.
digestively might be more tolerable for you to have one glass, see, look at my wand on my finger, one glass of water with lemon,
Yes.
not all day.
Right, I can't do all day. I
No,
can do
you don't
one.
have to.
I can
Right.
do one.
You
You
do
can
one.
also make chicken broth, chicken bone broth.
She gave it to me. It's
Oh, I
in the
have
back.
that
She
too.
doesn't even eat it.
You know what, Nancy? I've got all of the components. It's
Right.
just
Doing
I
it.
do. I've got pieces here and there. It's
Right.
just putting it all together in this magical.
You know, I'm so
littleness.
happy you're here
I'm too.
because we were having a meeting yesterday. It was like 8 of us back there.
But that wasn't me. It was my blood sugar.
And she wasn't included in the meeting because we were talking about her. So as soon as she came, everybody got up and walked out because we were talking about her. And what is going on? Now
But
I
now
know.
you know.
What is wrong with you?
I started this on Monday.
Don't fast.
Well, the
Started
other
on
thing
Monday.
you can do is before you get hungry that it's like too much, have a little something. Just a little something. You can have a piece of whatever is convenient for you. Have a piece of cucumber. Have a piece of an apple. Just
I'm only going like
4 or
I
5
did.
hours.
I did 15 hours.
That's
I went from dinner
significant.
till
That's
11 this morning.
tremendous. That's a whole
significant
day.
Because you're not the biggest person. You're nice.
So
and
I had a
sweet.
protein shake at 11 o'clock when we were doing a show, so that
Okay.
was good.
Okay.
She doesn't understand, Doc, that 15 hours on a body
It's a
frame
lot.
of that size is really 36 hours of
Yes.
not eating. You don't get it.
Right, but you can
I don't
manage
even
it.
do that.
You can manage it. You have support. So you'll take the chromium chromium picolinate will help a lot. That will help a lot. It's magical. I have a patient of mine who doesn't want to drink anymore, so he wants to stop cold turkey, which is very difficult. So I said, if you're going to do this, you need to get the chromium picolinate and take like 500 milligrams 3 times a day. And he called me and he says, I've tried to stop drinking before, but it really didn't go very well. But the blood sugar balancing of the brain with the chromium picolinate helps a lot. It's all these little tricks. You know what? You should have macadamia nuts.
Oh,
If you have a handful of macadamia nuts, it will help keep your blood sugar stable. And sardines are great, but they're a little bit fragrant, shall we say, so you have to be mindful when you eat them. But
They're
macadamia
delicious,
nuts are really good.
Better
And
than
also-
like cashews or peanuts or almonds?
Well, macadamia nuts are very easy to digest, and whatever you have on hand. So that's something that would help you a lot.
And that's
And
another
olives too.
That's another thing that you got to remember. The peanuts, they're great for diabetic. The cashews, but they don't digest well. So
You
if you
have
have
to
a lot of,
chew them.
or you got to chew them. You got to chew them like they're water. You're better off
Yes.
with peanut butter, to be honest with you.
Yes.
But
He's got a container of it in the other
But
room.
you have to be careful because if your digestive system, if you eat peanuts and things, you're gonna have a hard time. You gotta be smart about what you're picking. An apple is good.
This is really important. You mentioned the chewing of the nuts. When you chew, like I said, 30 seconds, which seems to be a lot, but you chew it until it's just like water, it will help your body digest because the particles are not easy. If they're not fully digested in the mouth, they have to go all the way down. And then little teeny bits of it get stuck in the colon, and it creates leaky gut syndrome because the integrity of the colon is diminished. It goes from being like saran wrap where stuff doesn't go through. When it gets the little pokey holes, it turns into like a paper towel. So it starts to leak into your system. And sometimes when people have advancement of leaky gut syndrome, diverticulitis, Crohn's disease, they can become septic. Like it can go into the blood. So that's why you really want to drink a lot of water. And you know, we're here to slay the holiday and thrive in 2025. So these healthy choices are not difficult. They're easy, they're affordable, they're instantaneous, and best of all, they're effective. So you want to choose what you can do to feel better every day in every way, because nobody's going to do it for you. It's up to you. And that's why knowledge is power.
Awesome. All right. Thank
That's
you
why
so
we're
much.
here.
Let's take a break. We're going to swip over to the kids.
Yes, we're gonna start with Anthony.
Dr. Nancy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Because what happened is I started working with Sue from Hello Your Health is Calling, went through all these tests, found out things I'm sensitive to,
Right.
different foods. So
Right.
I know I've stopped those foods.
Right.
So along my journey, and now I'm putting the journey together, but I'm so glad you're here to help put
Absolutely.
this whole journey together.
Absolutely.
Because
That's
you
what
don't,
we're
it
here
doesn't
for.
have to be a holiday where everyone gains 10, 15 pounds and feels yucky and bloated.
And something so simple as chewing isn't spoken about enough.
Chew
and
your
it's so
food.
easy. And you can do it with every meal, every time, forever.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right,
Thank
Dr. Nancy's
you.
going to stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's see what we got coming up next. All right, more to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created a foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? With MedGuard Alert's new Care Watch, you can connect with medical professionals instantly, 24/7. No cell phone required. This life-saving medical device acts as a phone as well as a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And if you have Medicare or Medicaid, you may qualify to get yours free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
Attention all Medicare beneficiaries. It's annual enrollment time, running now through December 7th. Are you on the best plan for your needs? Do you know if Medicare Advantage or Medicare Supplement with Original Medicare suits you better? And have you reviewed your prescriptions for 2025? Every plan has changed and the donut hole is gone. Medicare open enrollment is here. Don't miss out on understanding all your options. Claire Goyette, the marvelous Miss Medicare, is here to guide you. Call Claire at 561-703-7463 or visit absolutebestinsurance.com/Claire-Goyette. That's Claire Goyette at 561-703-7463. Make the most of your Medicare benefits. Call now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
That's why I let all the thinking to them.
I see that.
Because there's no right answer.
There's no right answer. It's just
everybody, you can ask one question and get 16 different opinions and they're all right.
Of course.
And you're still stuck with which one do we go with, right?
Consensus says.
But I got to tell you, I get the last laugh. And I'm about to prove my point to a lot of people. Because at the end of the day, when these kids first come in here, and then you look at Dr. Scary over there, they don't know what they're walking into. And wasn't it Scary that says, I don't think this was for me? He was even going to stay with us. 9 months later, here he is. He's one of the best we've ever had. And I get the last laugh because now he proved to himself that he belongs. So that's what we're talking about, the word to describe. But let's go over to Anthony. Anthony, what you got for us today?
Yeah, I didn't know what I was walking into this morning. I got this assignment handed to me pretty early. But basically, just want to talk about some of the impacts that college students could feel from this new administration coming up. Obviously, Trump just got elected president for his second term. Not only that, but Congress both went red, so House and Senate. And since Trump's first term, the Supreme Court has been majority Republican as well. So we're definitely going to feel some changes, especially college students that aren't fortunate enough to be able to pay for college out of pocket. And so the first major thing that I feel like we're going to see, Biden had a lot of policy plans that were kind of loan forgiveness for college students. It was up to $20,000. It was facing a lot of legal trouble, and it kind of still is, but I think Trump is going to be the straw on the camel's back for that one. I think loan forgiveness is, or at least Biden's loan forgiveness initiative is going to be done when Trump finally comes into office. So a lot of people relied on that, so that's a little bit of a shame, but I think that's definitely going to be one of the first things we see. And then another thing that Trump has been talking about with colleges is that he wants to make a more affordable alternative to four-year higher education. We don't really have more information on that, but based on what other far-right Republicans are doing in their own states, like Ron DeSantis, we can kind of get some ideas. For example, Ron DeSantis recently tried banning a lot of classes, or he did ban a lot of classes in colleges that he didn't think were appropriate. So he passed a bill, I think it was called State Bill or SB 266, which basically prohibited schools from having classes that were involving in gender studies, race studies, sex studies, just any class that really had anything to do with social issues. And I graduated college this year, but I had felt the effect of that. One of my classes, in the middle of taking it, became no longer, it didn't fulfill a credit anymore because the class was no longer accepted. And it was a political history class. So I think that, is kind of crazy. I'm trying to stay objective on all this, but I did have to retake a class because of that. But I think we'll see, I think there's probably a strong chance that we'll see that on a national level when Trump comes into office, especially because there's already talks, or I think he's considering making Ron DeSantis the Secretary of Defense. So he's probably going to be in his cabinet. So I feel like that's pretty believable. I feel like there's nationwide, I feel like there's going to be a lot of classes that are just not going to be offered to students anymore, especially because Ron DeSantis not only passed that bill, but he stopped funding to schools that were going to keep supplying those classes to students. So obviously they're kind of have their hands tied behind their back. They can't really offer those classes anymore, which I feel like takes away the point of higher learning. You're going to college to learn more in detail aspects about what you want to really learn about. And when you take away classes like that, I feel like it's just very damaging to education. So that's something that we're definitely possibly going to see on a national level. And then another thing that we've seen based off Trump's first term was his budgeting plans, and a lot of them included decreasing like funding to public service loan forgiveness programs or federal work studies, which I'm pretty sure some people in the studio also do. They do work studies, basically helping college kids right out of college get jobs after graduating, which as someone who did just graduate, it is really hard finding job after college. Like bachelor's degrees don't really mean anything anymore without other stuff. So that's something that would greatly impact a lot of college students. And so, yeah, those are kind of the top things that I kind of thought about of how it could directly impact us. We won't really know for sure until he takes office, but a lot of the stuff that he's saying on Twitter and a lot of the stuff his staff is saying already is just a little bit concerning for college students, especially the ones who can't really afford to go to college. So
now, what a lot of people don't know is that I asked him to do this segment because he does some background work. He does some stuff in the political arena.
Right.
So he's well versed, and you put it very elegantly, the concerns, and I appreciate you doing that because we don't do politics in here. But I said, let Anthony give it a shot. Him becoming the head of the military, that removes him from being governor in Florida.
I think by the time I think that would.
Yes.
Because he has to be in DC.
Right. He would no longer be the governor of Florida.
Yeah.
The question I have that I'm sure we don't have an answer to is
what happens?
What happens when he leaves and who takes his place, and will he change everything that he's tried to do in the Deep South? I mean, the Deep South has turned red for a reason. There's a whole formula to this thing. But what happens if he leaves? Who takes his place, and what direction is that?
So I'm not exactly sure who would take his place. There is someone I know for a fact.
I think there's a lieutenant governor.
Yeah, there's someone. There is definitely someone under him. I mean, there's someone under any elected official, just in case that person dies or something happens. There is someone. In regarding to him reversing any policies, it's going to be it's going to be a Ron DeSantis mini-me. There won't be any. They would not change anything or reverse anything that DeSantis has done. They probably won't be as extreme as DeSantis because DeSantis is a very, very far-right extreme Republican, and there's not that many like him, hopefully, but I doubt anything will change in Florida after he's...
Isn't it funny how DeSantis was running against Trump and they bombarded each other, left blows, right blows, and center, and then politics makes great, strange bedfellows? And here we are now. The same thing with the guy who's going to be the Secretary of State. What's his name? The Spanish guy, Mr.
Marco Rubio?
Mr. Rubio. It's just so strange to watch people pull each other at the hairs, and then at the end of the day, they're all buddy-buddy.
Enemies make for the best.
Yeah, it's just politics.
Right?
It's just
politics. Nice job, Anthony. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Anthony also writes our newsletter, which just came out on, helps write a newsletter that just came out. I also have an announcement that we are going to maybe publish tomorrow, the Spanish newsletter. It's going to be a mini piece.
Have we heard from Andre? Okay.
He's taking finals.
Oh, okay.
But he called me today. We spoke a little bit about it. Tomorrow he's coming in. I'm going to put something together and boom, 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 because we want to start a newsletter in Spanish as well for our Spanish-speaking community and Portuguese. And I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. And it's really interesting because we had this conversation. I just got texts by the Haitian Nation movement of the gentleman that was here to interview. And they're coming in next week. And they want to talk about a newsletter in French.
Well, I had somebody in yesterday talking about now with the new administration what's going to change potentially, more than potentially, for Haiti and people that are here from Haiti. And that's a whole nother, I'm not even touching that ball of wax, but it's a big messy ball of wax for sure.
But there are messes everywhere. There are messes in Europe, there are messes in Haiti, there are messes in all over the place. It's just a giant mess. And you know, I don't know if you guys remember who Ronald Reagan was. I did not agree with Reagan at all until he got in there and he showed me the truth. He says, don't wait for me. Same thing Trump just told whatever is going on in Europe. Don't wait for me because you ain't going to get no support from me. Sometimes you got to install fear in people. I don't agree with it because you got to get somebody's attention. And to do that, you got to say something really wacky. And you talk about wacky. The last couple of weeks have been tremendously wacky. But we'll see what happens. Listen, America spoke. We're going to go in that direction. The foundation was formulated to help some people like Anthony voice his opinion, to do some of the work that they do, the commercials that you see, the commercials on Monday Night Football, the things that Josh does. If you look at what they do in here, we're trying to get a platform, trying to give them a voice so they can do what they do.
Well, they have a voice. We just need to make it louder so people know what you have to say.
Correct.
Yes.
Right? Because what you all have to say is so important. And I feel and I hope that by, I can't even say justifying, by creating the formalities of what we do, right? We've always known what we've done. The formalities of it seems to elevate not only our community, and they love what we're doing, but I see you all have onus in it now. It's like Michael's like, well, my mom and I are going to do something for the foundation. And it gives you guys a sense of ownership because it's yours. I mean, this is your home, but I feel the foundation has given you all a sense of more belonging, just because it's another word, but whatever it takes, because you're all amazing. Camaraderie, that's a good word. Thank you. Camaraderie.
Well, it's like Abdullah's dad.
Abdullah's,
oh man, here we go. Abdullah's dad put
He's
support
been amazing, yes.
in the foundation as
Did
well.
you see that up on the board?
Yes, I did.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
What?
Lino Liquish? He says, hey, that's my professor. Is that my professor? I go, yeah, it's Abdullah's dad. He says, what? That's his dad? Now, he's been here for weeks next to him. They didn't even know that was his father.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
Small world.
All right, we're going to talk to Debbie because her little doggy is sleeping. Or you want to take a break and come back?
No, let's go to Debbie.
All right. So I guess you've been talking to Debbie for a little bit.
Now, before we do Debbie, you want to roll the open piece? Give a second. Yes.
So I guess you've been talking to her
I
for a
ran
little
into
bit, she
Debbie.
said. Where'd you run into her?
I don't remember.
Okay.
You know what it is? I remember how I met. I decided, I think it was a Sunday morning, that I decided to say good Sunday morning from the Brooklyn Cafe.
Okay.
I did that to about 100 people.
You told me you were doing that.
I did that.
Okay.
With no reason, rhyme or reason.
Okay.
And then I ran into
Debbie,
and I read what she is all about, which is, why don't you roll this piece and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
An elephant calf that fell into a well in an Indian village was rescued by emergency responders and officials from the local forest department. Residents of the Pinavorkity tribal settlement near the Munnar Forest area in Kothamangalam reported that the young elephant fell into the shallow well around 9:30 p.m. on Monday. Munnar Divisional Forest Officer Ramesh Bishnoi said the Valera Forest Station team, along with a rapid response rescue unit and fire and rescue services personnel, quickly arrived to assist. Rescuers broke down a section of the well's wall to create an escape path for the calf, Bishnoi said. The operation lasted about an hour, after which the male elephant safely rejoined his herd in the nearby forest, Bishnoi added. Andy Sanchez.
And no, she doesn't raise elephants, but the point is, it's a happy story. You ever turn on the news?
Oh, you're all coming over to my side of the rainbow now?
Yeah, well, I brought in the whole rainbow.
I love that.
I brought in the whole happy rainbow.
Happy Unicorn National Sacerdote Day. I'm so glad. So Debbie, she's got the cutest little dog, Bella, sleeping in her lap.
Yeah, so this is Bella. Bella, you want
She was asleep.
Say hi to the camera?
Oh my goodness.
So we've had Bella for we rescued her 10 years ago. She is 11 years old. And Bella, so Freddie, you asked me to come and speak about positivity. Freddie noticed some posts on my Facebook page, and so I've been learning how to go inward and change my thought patterns, and then just really experience emotions that come in, fall into place with the words that I'm speaking. And one of the things that people can do around the holidays, because it's not always, not everybody, there's a lot of people that experience sadness in the holidays season for different reasons. And one of the things, if you want to kind of help you along on your journey to change your thought patterns, you can go on walks. I go on a lot of walks with my little Bella girl. Mwah. My Bella girl, these little guys know what unconditional love is all about. And they are the best teachers. And if you want to experience maybe just going to an adoption center and just holding one of these guys and seeing if it might be a fit for you, because this can really help help someone feel good almost instantly. It'll give you a sense of gratitude for just having this little bundle of unconditional love. So that's what this is just one of the things you can do.
Well, I wanted to do that because I remember you coming in here and says, every time you turn on the news, something is exploding,
Well, we have our
something's
Good News
dying.
Network, yes.
And we have the Good News Network. We never took advantage of that. And I said, let me ask people if they have something. You know how hard it is to get somebody to come in here?
We even have a logo.
It has a logo? Where is it?
It should be on the board. If not, I'll have to find it and
I
send
probably
it over
erased
again.
it.
You probably did.
The Good News Network. But it's hard to get somebody to come in here and do something positive. So I said, well, let me kick it off and see what happens. And I had a few other people that said they were coming today, and they did not. So there's the bad news. But
it's okay. I love the good news idea. I think it's really important. I was listening to something today and said, why is it so much easier for us to always say something negative and put negativity out in the world than something positive?
Yes.
So I love that we're doing this today.
I love it too. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And this is what you're doing now, or this is just part of who you are at the moment?
So there's a lot I'm doing. You'll start seeing on social media some of the things I'm working on. I just posted a song I wrote yesterday. For the first time, it's a song I wrote a while back, but just getting myself out there. But I have a bigger dream. I work with animals and people in the health field, all natural field of health. But the biggest thing that for me that is happening is that I'm just learning how to live a more, no matter what's going on with it, whether we are on opposite sides of the spectrum with politics or just in general the news, just find something that you can help you feel happy within. And we all have, ideas and things to bring to the table. And it really all makes the world go round. And just to learn to, like you were saying, Freddie, you can have like one topic with 16 different opinions with 16 people, and they're all right. So there's no wrong answer. One of my biggest mentors, actually the one that has really started me on really 360 with this, with feeling good from it within, is Kevin Trudeau. And if you have a chance to go see his show on YouTube, it's a free show that people can watch, the Kevin Trudeau Show, and start from the beginning. And just, instead of watching the news, maybe watch, Kevin Trudeau with a bowl of popcorn. And he's got a way of sharing truth, but having a solution at the end of the day. And there's a lot of people that listen to him that have different viewpoints, but we all come together in the end. And I'm really appreciating and learning how to love people that have different ideas that are different from mine, and really just embracing that.
Well, the interesting thing is that you can communicate different opinions. Anthony has his opinion on politics. She has her opinion on things. That you can have a difference of opinion without having to take a gun and shoot at each other.
True that.
or argue with one another. You know, this is, I think as a society, we've lost the effect. You're going to text me what I asked you. We've lost the effect. The piece that you worked on?
That's wrong person.
She's working on the piece. Did you finish the piece?
That's not her.
No, it's her.
Skylar?
Yeah.
No, or Haley?
Oh, no, that's the wrong person.
That's
Wow.
what I just said. Thank
Wow,
you.
she looks just like her.
Yes.
But you can have a difference of opinion. You can have a difference of opinion. That's the wrong person. You know what it is? I don't see her enough. I don't want to go down that road no more.
I tried
They
to.
do.
I tried to give you an out.
And you
It's
can
the
do it
blonde
without.
hair.
You can do it without taking your shoe off. Which is interesting. It's an interesting aspect
You're funny.
of we can't change what's coming on the news, but you can change yourself on how you receive it.
Amen. Right.
And the things that you can do to, like you go to the movies, instead of just going to the movies, have fun going to the movies, which is going to be our next stop over here. Just do things differently. You don't have to fast to lose weight. You got to be mentally stable to lose weight.
It's easier to fast.
And that's the
mentally
beauty.
stable.
And that's the beautiful part, though. If Dawn feels that fasting is her pathway, and then it's beautiful also. It's all beautiful.
It is until you see how she screams and rants at me. Then the beautiful gets.
Yesterday was a rough
It's
day.
like Wicked. You know Wicked? There's a green woman in Wicked, right? The witch. She's green. She's green. She ain't blue. She's green. So if you're green, you get what you get. So she gets mad at me.
So that's beautiful, though, because that's an opportunity for you to maybe grow in something, or
I'm growing.
Be more compassionate.
so it's all beautiful.
She's green.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break before he offends other green people that are living out there in our viewing audience. When we come back in Kermit the Frog, when we come back, we're doing some movies.
Yes, we're going to do the movie.
Let's see where Poindexter went to see. More to come, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got coverage with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
What if you could make a free phone call and reduce your car payment by as much as $83 a month? Right now, you could be paying as high as 20% interest. Your new interest rate could be reduced to as low as 2.48%. You can refinance any existing car loan or leased car and save money every month. Take 5 minutes of your time right now. Make this free phone call and learn how to save hundreds of dollars a year by refinancing your existing car loan.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
The owners of Amp Media Productions and the Brooklyn Cafe show, Don and Freddie S., are excited to announce the launch of its new nonprofit educational charity, the Amp Media Futures Foundation. This foundation gives college students the tools that they need by providing them hands-on learning experiences in business, marketing, communication, and media creation. To donate or volunteer, contact AMP2 Media Productions by email at info@ampfutures.org.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. Let's talk some movies.
That is your favorite topic, I think.
I love
One
it.
of your favorites, anyway. It's
I
what
love
you
it.
eat in the movies. See, he doesn't make it easy. Popcorn, candy.
I don't eat that.
I know, but you talk
I
about
used
it.
to eat popcorn. I don't do that anymore. Now I take in whatever I want. I even took Chinese food one day in, and I ate it. And people were like, "Where'd you get that?" And I said, "None of your business. Watch the movie."
All right, so we've got Ryan Guy, a.k.a. Poindexter. And this is his final, I guess, piece you put together for the studio, right?
Yep. I also have one right after this, but that's more about the history of film, so yeah.
All right, let's see what you've got. So tell us what you did.
The first movie I saw in theaters recently was Venom, the new Venom movie. And I have a trailer for that. So.
All right, let's look at Venom. You know what
It's a bird. So we can fly! It's a plane. Ah, there's Tom Cruise doing it! It's a fish. A frog. A horse. That's awesome! It's Venom. Hola, bitches.
Yeah. Oh.
That's one of the trailers on YouTube.
Oh, I can't. That's not
That's
my
Venom.
Ugh, not my thing.
And Venom was,
That is what engages
striving
people?
to survive.
And that's what engages
That's
people?
the stuff they like. Wow. What?
Well, he's a Marvel character. That's media done.
So you love that stuff?
This is what
Yes.
people pay money to see?
He did.
Actually, he's considered an anti-hero, which means he's not straight up Spider-Man, but he's not, straight up villain.
Man, he's not a good guy or bad because he eats people too.
Yeah.
He eats the bad people. So he's an anti-hero.
That's what they call anti-heroes.
And then he'll cough up like he'll have a burpee and the guy's eyeball pops out.
Well, no, because he eats people, but
that'd be
it's rated
R
PG-13.
rating. This is PG-13.
It's PG-13 for some reason.
Unfortunately. So is
Well,
that
yeah,
a
he
thumbs
does
up?
that
What
because
do you
he's-
think?
I think it's extremely insane, and like it's not like the best movie by any means, honestly.
Pretty garbage comic book movie, honestly.
But I'm still giving it a thumbs
Thumbs
up
up.
because it's stupid.
It's
and I love it.
insane. People are talking about it. It's bad, but he gives it a thumbs up. And there you go.
He's stupid and he loves it. You guys, the camera on him looks nice. Camera and lighting.
All right, what's the second?
Nice job.
No, don't say that to him because he's going to be laughing. What's the second? What's the second one we need to say?
Next up is Red One.
Red One. Let's look at Red One.
What if everything you knew about Christmas was much different than you expected? It's a beast. The guy is a beast. Thanks for the escort, fellas. What a car. Howdy. I adjusted it to reality. You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you? Not how it works. That was so disturbing.
This is so bizarre. What is that?
Again, what engages the next generation?
What the hell is
It's
that?
the lowest grossing movie so far, right? It's pretty terrible.
What is this?
It's like
I just said I like stupid stuff, but even I have a limit to how much stupid I can handle. So that far exceeds that.
You have a limit to how stupid you can
Poindexter,
handle.
let me show you. Name us something
meter.
to show you a movie I have.
So this is a stupid meter. This is your quota for the week.
Yeah, pretty much.
What
I
is
don't
it
think
about?
it's about basically Chris Evans teams up with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who's an elf, and they have to save Santa, and like that's
Dwayne
a
The Rock
movie.
Johnson is an elf.
Yeah.
What year is this movie?
It just
Right
came
now.
out. It's in theaters. You
So
can
hold
go
on
see
a
it.
second.
the
Hold on.
worst
Hold
grossing
on.
movie so far.
Wayne The Rock Johnson, all 6'8" of him,
Plays an
whatever
elf.
he is, the monster that he is, he's an elf.
Yeah.
A big one.
That's better than an elf.
He was the Tooth Fairy. That is true.
I think you need a stupid meter and where it's going to go on your level.
So no, because then you give it a thumbs up based on stupidity.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? Bad, no.
And if he doesn't like it, there's something wrong. This guy likes everything.
True.
What's this third movie?
The third one is a special one. It's Morbius.
Morbius is a special one. Meanwhile, the other two have been very normal. Okay, so let's look at Morbius. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's a Marvel superhero character too.
Forget it, done.
The Midnight Suns.
But that's
Yeah.
not bad. Did you like that one?
It's. I mean, if you're drinking, it's a great movie.
So you went to see this movie drunk?
I wish I saw the movie drunk, but.
Now, did you pay to go to see this?
Well, I saw this back with my sister and her fiance at the time, so like.
So the three of you were the only people in the movie?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. So is it that bad?
Well, it completely bombed at the box office. They even re-released it only for it to bomb again. So.
So you give this a thumb way down?
Yeah.
Way down.
Wow, that's not good. There's more downs than ups this week.
Check out the movie Kung Pao Enter the Fist if you want to talk really bad movies.
Oh, interesting.
Suburban Sasquatch. It's the worst movie ever.
You know what? You just keep doing your thing. Now let me ask you: when you see a bad movie like this, do you sit through the whole thing, or do you?
Oh
get
yeah,
up
I
and
sat
leave?
through the whole thing.
The whole thing to the very end. You see the
Yep.
credits and all.
I paid my money. I'm not walking out.
Good idea.
Hey,
You're
it's
not
like
going to.
it's like the producers. Sometimes a flop can make more money than a success.
So you're not going to go out to another theater. You're going to stay there, right?
I'm gonna stay.
All right. Do you bring Chiquita bananas or something to eat or drink or something when you're going through this
I
depression?
mean, just the other night when I saw Venom and Red One, I like to bring mini Oreos and just like cookies. I like eating sweets.
So you were eating mini Oreos. I would have ate a box if I had a diabetic attack if I watched that stupid Red movie. It's horrible. All right, there you have it. Now you know what to see this weekend, Dawn.
Yeah, no.
I want you to go see Venom 3.
None of that.
I think you should change your palate.
No.
Yeah. No, just see Venom. If you can live through Venom, you can live through anything.
Don't think that's a
A
good thing.
horse turns into Venom.
No. I'm going to stay on the other side with the unicorns. Stay where I am, over the rainbow, I think, is what I'm going to do. All right, we've got one more segment. Actually, we have This Day in History also.
Yes, we do.
All right, what Michael's going to be talking about.
Well, I didn't actually do one. I thought you guys had something else in mind.
All right.
Michael is supposed to tell us about how each one of them is going to be doing their own production. And Michael was going to tell us what his was.
But he
But
doesn't have
apparently
one.
Michael doesn't have one.
Well,
So
I told you I
Michael-
was working on going to like the local events and things that are happening.
Well, tell us about the event you're going to be doing next week.
Okay, so yes, so it's a nightclub dance that's up in West Palm Beach called Old Respectable Street, and it's their third version of this dance, where it's basically a costume party that caters to all the 80s dark fantasy films like Legend, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, Princess Bride, Neverending Story, and stuff like that. So there's music.
Michael, look at the camera.
There's music, there's dancing, there's people in costumes. So I'll be filming that for you guys so you have an understanding of what it's like. And then the next day, I have to travel 3 hours up to Orlando for the Ren Fair that's in that area.
So what are you going to go dressed at in this Halloween costume thing?
Well, the same thing that I always have. I'll just repurpose what I've got.
So what are you going to be?
Well, I mean, you've seen my pirate thing. I just don't bring the sword and hat.
So you're going to be a pirate?
Well, no, I'm trying to do more of the fantasy fairy tale thing with that.
You're going to be a fairy tale? What is that called?
Like a fairy tale prince.
You're going to wear wings?
No, I'm going to wear the shirt that I have, the pants, the boots.
You're going to be you remind me of Rock Johnson the fairy. You're going to be Michael the fairy.
Oh,
He's gonna be Prince.
Michael the fairy.
The Prince. How about that?
The prince.
Yeah, from like a fairy tale.
The prince the singer?
No, a prince. Like
Yeah, he's going to be a fairy.
No, he's going to be a prince.
There's more the romantic prince from the fairy tale that kisses the girl to wake her up from like in Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, you're going to sing, you're going to kiss the green thing. Okay, all right. yeah.
Hey, if she wants me, I'll just do it.
You'll kiss
Fiona. Shrek and Fiona.
Hey, I'm not that picky, but I'm also able to look beyond
So why
the
don't
physical.
why don't you go as Shrek and look for your Fiona?
Because that's a little too much, and I'll sweat all the body paint off.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you, Michael.
Be careful, Fiona.
All right. I think we have this day in history that who did it? Gordon or Abdullah did it or Michael? I don't know who did it.
Michael did this day in
Gordon
movies.
did it.
Oh, Gordon did this day. All right, let's
All right,
flip
let's
that
roll
on.
it.
On December 5, 1946, President Harry S. Truman signed Executive Order 9808, which established the Committee on Civil Rights. The creation of this committee marked a significant step in the federal government's efforts to address civil rights issues in the United States, particularly concerning racial discrimination. On December 5, 1949, Ezzard Charles defeated Jersey Joe Walcott by unanimous decision after 15 rounds to win the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship. The fight, held at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, was a highly technical bout in which Charles outboxed the defending champion, Walcott. Known for his superior skills and footwork, Charles dominated the fight with his tactical approach, despite Walcott's powerful punches and unorthodox style. On December 5, 1973, O.J. Simpson of the Buffalo Bills rushed for 203 yards in a single game against the New England Patriots, marking a remarkable achievement in his career. This performance helped cement his reputation as one of the greatest running backs in NFL history. On December 5, 1974, Monty Python's Flying Circus aired its final episode on BBC One. This marked the end of the groundbreaking and highly influential British comedy series that had redefined sketch comedy and introduced absurd, surreal humor to television. On December 5, 1993, astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour began the first-ever spacewalk to repair the Hubble Space Telescope. This mission, known as STS-61, was a crucial moment in the history of space exploration, as it marked the first time humans directly fixed a malfunctioning satellite in orbit.
Don't break
Hey,
it.
we're back. You know, it's funny because I see that piece that Commish did, and I wanted to know about Rome because I went to see that movie that you guys make fun of all the time.
Gladiator?
Yeah. So I wanted to know about the Colosseum and everything else, and there's these other buildings right next to the Colosseum, which are tremendous. So I guess my phone is listening to what I'm saying.
Always.
You better not have a secret because your phone listens, and then they play all these commercials and things about it. So all of a sudden, I'm getting all this stuff about going to Rome
Oh.
and seeing the Colosseum.
Same thing too, because they said, Dawn, you talk about the Pop-Tart Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. Out of nowhere, I got an ad for it. So.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
If you talk about it enough, you get ads about it. So I'm going to Rome. So I could go to Rome for $146 round trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of plane it is.
I was going to say, where are you sitting?
Probably a submarine. A plane that goes under the water. It's for $146 round trip. I don't know.
I'll think, yeah. You know what they say?
No.
It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like a $58 car. It's
Wow.
too good to be true.
So anyway, so Dawn's fasting. Did you hear that news? I mean, stay away.
You guys did a great job. Debbie, thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Nancy, always a pleasure. Chew your food till it liquefies. You tried that.
I can't do it.
I don't know if I can do it either. I think I tried it. Well, he's eating ice cream over there, so.
But he doesn't chew.
You don't need to chew.
He doesn't chew.
It's just swallow.
You don't chew ice
You have to
cream.
chew ice cream.
Who chews ice cream?
Everybody chews ice
But
cream.
it's the mix. It's the salivary breaking it down.
I think we're going to create a sign with the crew that says, "We'll work for food."
Some of them would, absolutely. my
That's what
goodness.
they do. They
It's
work for
funny, we
food.
had a pie. I said, well, we still have a lot of pie left.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have a second slice.
Josh was helping a student. Josh was helping a student, not from here, but from school, I guess, for dinner.
He's helping a student for dinner?
Right.
What's that mean?
He will work for food.
Or Josh is getting paid by food?
By dinner, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's a switch.
See?
Would you guys do that? You would do it?
I once spent 9 hours helping somebody move, and they threw in a free barbecue.
So there you go.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Let me get this right. You will work for food. Now it depends.
It
We
depends
went
on the
from
food.
yes to depend. What does it depend on?
The food.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Well, he's choosy on his food.
He makes his own food.
No one else is really choosy on the food. They how
Poindexter
choosy they are.
is.
It's what we put on the table. There needs
Poindexter.
we're going to put a camera on this table,
No, you can't.
and we're going to fast loop it
they'll eat
all
it.
day long
They'll
to
eat the
see what
camera.
goes through that table.
That bowl was full of suckles.
All that's going to be left is the lens cap.
That's true.
I'm going to tell you, though, they are very consistent when it comes to food.
All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Ready to wrap it up. Don't forget next Friday, 5:30. Come on down and join the fun.
Join the fun. Tune in tonight till 8 o'clock. We are live on True Oldies, 95.3, 96.9, and all the other stations from the Keys up to Fort Pierce. We've got all the shows are live tonight. We've got Gypsy Soul. She's interviewing Sally Bernard. We've got All County You and Your Doctor, Making Money with Laura Sanders, and then Heartfelt Connections with Brielle. So a lot of great shows coming to you all the way until 8 o'clock. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, stay positive, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And as always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Edward Muybridge is often credited with pioneering motion pictures. In 1878, he conducted a famous experiment using multiple cameras to capture a horse in motion, answering the question of whether all four hooves leave the ground at once. This series of images laid the groundwork for motion photography. The title of the first true motion picture is often attributed to Louis Le Prince, who created the Roundhay Garden scene in 1888. This short film, filmed in the garden of his father-in-law's house in Leeds, England, is just 0.11 seconds long and features for people walking around. It was shot using a single-lens camera and is considered one of the earliest examples of a motion picture. The commercial aspect of film began with the Lumiere brothers, who held the first public screening of films on December 28, 1895. In Paris, they showcased 10 short films, each about 50 seconds long, which marked a significant moment in cinematic history. Their work helped establish film as a popular form of entertainment. Following these early developments, the film industry rapidly evolved, leading to the establishment of studios and the development of various cinematic techniques. The early 20th century saw the introduction of narrative storytelling in films, paving the way for the rich and diverse film industry we know today.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.